stop the sun from shining.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. It's for the week commencing 30th of August 2021. Okay, so soon we'll be in spring in the summer hemisphere, and you'll be in autumn or fall in the northern hemisphere. Isn't it exciting to change seasons? Okay, so it's very simple. Just pick a number now between 1 and 5. I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you, what the likely energies are around. And because you pick your own number, it's coming from your subconscious, basically. Okay, have you got your number now? I've got mine. So let's go to the board. If you're new, subscribe and be alive, and hit that notification bell right now. Oh, the camera's moved. How about that? Okay, we might get it in the right position. Don't know how that happened. How strange. Okay, all right, not great, but that way. Sorry about this. Don't know how that happened. Anyway, let's be crooked today. It's okay, because we can do that. All right, so we're going with card number 1 today, and it's just going to annoy me. And see what we come up with. And so if you pick card number 1, we'll just have to be crooked. All right, card number 1. Closing my eyes now. What do I see? Okay, all right. So basically, not all is as it seems, okay? You might think you're looking at a crooked picture, but in a strange way, things are perfect. And maybe a situation in your life that doesn't look right is right in other ways. They're showing, I don't know what this means, they're showing me a lounge. It's a very old-fashioned, comfortable lounge, but it's got a padlock on it. Maybe you need to be comfortable in some way, but you're restricted, so you can't feel comfortable. So it's worthwhile exploring the reasons as to why you think you're restricted. Okay, I think there's some belief systems here that are keeping you perhaps in some restricted mode. They're showing me a candle, which means hope. Okay, hope can help get you out of this situation. The card that comes up is the Hangman. Okay, so this is basically saying a new cycle is coming. However, you have to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen. She's got red legs for action, but because that action is tied up, she can't really take action at the moment. But be patient. It's a bit like being pregnant. You know the baby's coming, but it will come when the time is right. Okay, the Hangman for number 1. Be patient. Number 2, closing my eyes now. What do I see? A lot of green around. Green, of course, is for growth and opportunity. And okay, a word comes through, grace, which I never would have put with green, but they're just like grace. Okay, ask for grace from upstairs. Spirit will help you with grace, which is a gift. Grace is not something that you just automatically get or that you can manufacture yourself. It comes from Spirit, and grace is a gift. So you can say things like, I invite Spirit to offer the gift of grace, or I gratefully accept the gift of grace. Okay, say these things, you know, before you get out of bed in the morning. The card that comes up is the Page of Pentacles if you pick card number 2. This is often about your money, but it can be about your physical body because it's a very earthly card, and it can be about your possessions, most often money. Action needs to be taken because she's got red on. There's some unknown elements, a fair few unknown elements, that's black, but there are also some known elements, okay, some things you already have consciousness about. Pages bring news, and so there could be some news about your finances, or your possessions or your body, and because I'm basically optimistic, I always think it's positive news. You'll see some clouds in the background, but you'll see some blue sky. Focus on the blue sky, okay? The lightness, the brightness in your life. And then you will bring more, okay? Number three. All right, closing my eyes. What do I see? I'm in the sky. And there's a little bit less cloud than number 2, okay? A little bit less doubt or confusion or vagueness. A blue sky. There's white French doors. I'm standing on the other side, and the doors swing open, and then I can just fly off high into the sky and look at the big picture view. There's a sense of freedom and liberation here. I am thinking, but I'm also in touch with spirit, and I am drawing stars in the sky in white light, which I've never drawn before, because, you know, the sky has its own stars, and nothing I can do can ever be as great as those stars that are already there. But I'm planning, or I'm imagining these stars in the sky in the daylight. Okay, that means the light of conscious awareness. I am seeing and drawing stars. I'm using my imagination to get what I want. The card that comes up is the 8 of Pentacles. This is fabulous for money and work. It's like using your God-given natural talents. You can work and do a really good job, take action on something, and create something physical, or create a good life for yourself. This is great if you're thinking about changing jobs, getting a job, you know, you want a promotion, changing career or something like that. You want to get into something that you love, something with a spiritual inclination, okay, because this is metal smithing. There's like a spiritual thing going on here, but it's very practical and down to earth, and a lot of action. See the red legs here, action. Creative self-expression is also involved in that. You'll see here, oh, I've just noticed, she's actually carving out stars on the coins. How about that? So stars, hope, bring hope. And this is great for your money and your physical life. Okay, card number 4. Let's see what comes out for card number 4. Okay, again, I've got doors. There's a real theme today on doors. These are old wooden doors I'm looking at from the past. This reminds me of ancestors, going back and getting in contact with your ancestors for what you need. And now I'm in ancient Egypt, and there's an eye looking at me, the Egyptian eye, all about improving your intuition, your clairvoyance, if you have any. Everybody's got some sort of way of knowing what's going to happen. If you can develop that in yourself. You can develop your own psychic abilities. It is possible, just through sheer practice, okay? There's a bolt I see, and it's unscrewing. Something has been screwed into something, is being unscrewed now, and so this might give you a feeling of relief and a feeling of, again, freedom and liberation. Okay, the card that comes up is the Tower card. Okay, see the tower here? This is a human construct. This is something that you've decided in your mind, your belief system about something, and it's crumbling. It's not what you thought it was, but you'll see here the third eye up here. And when it's all said and done, as painful as it might be for you to change your mind about something now, when it's all said and done, it's going to give you a feeling of relief. You will be much better off changing your mind about a situation. If you try to hang on, it's just going to crumble anyway. It's not going to work out. So it's better that you take the action and prepare and put an end to a situation. Although a lot of people don't like this card, sometimes it comes down to this because, maybe you didn't listen to the intuition that you already had. Your intuition knew what was going on, but perhaps you had an idea in your mind and you just didn't want to let go of that idea. Okay, but something's coming to an end to bring a new beginning, okay? An end so that something new can start. All right, so it's ultimately beneficial for you. Alrighty, card number 5. 5 is alive. Stick around to the end. I'll do a psychic channeling too for this week. Whatever comes out of my mouth, I have no idea. But we'll all find out. Okay, we're going with this card here. For card number 5, I see birds in front of me, birds flying high. Again, looking at the big picture, the sense of freedom and liberation, and looking at new perspectives. It's like you're on a journey and you're traveling, you're moving forward in your life. There's some monks here and they're all holding large pairs of scissors, like dressmakers' shears. And that's about cutting something off, cutting the past off. And monks, you know, it's a very spiritual undertaking to be finished with the past. And every day we wake up and it's a new beginning. So whether that past just be you changing your mind about something, or whether that be the end of a relationship or a job, maybe you're moving or something like that, you know, it's time to cut something off. The card that comes up is the Knight of Cups. This is a situation where this person socializes, and it's normally a masculine energy, but we all have this, male or female. And so it is about socializing, but doing it in a spiritual sort of way, because see, he's sitting on a lobster here. So there's subconscious waters going on, and he's socializing as a way of exploring his emotions and how he feels about things. Okay, and this causes all sorts of things to come up from the deep. And you can ride those things, as he's doing here, riding a lobster. Sometimes you find hidden treasure down deep in your subconscious. Okay, he's got a starfish in his hand, as you do. Although I don't want to encourage you, starfish are probably like everybody else, all the other animals suffering at the moment with the climate change, the increase in temperatures. We're certainly feeling it in Australia. It's such a stunningly beautiful day here today for winter, but in some areas near where I live, it will be 30 degrees centigrade next week. This week, 30 degrees centigrade, which is about 92 Fahrenheit. How can it be 92 in Queensland in winter? It's just amazing in a bad way. So I don't want to encourage you to go out and pick up starfish. Okay, but this is a very beneficial card. And it's going to help you be more adventurous, go out into the world and explore, or explore online if you're in a lockdown at the moment. Okay, so these are the cards for this week. We've got 2 major arcanas here, so it could be a significant week for some folks. A fair bit about money going on, and then this one's about emotions. And so, you know, use the time that you have wisely. But the overall theme seems to be, look at the big picture in your life. Okay, so now I'm just going to close my eyes and see what I can see for everyone, going on from looking at the big picture. Okay, so I see a waterfall here. There's a lot of crystal clear water coming down. This implies that a lot of people will have more energy than usual. You might be feeling more vital, or perhaps spirit. You're getting more in contact with your spiritual life, and that's making you feel better in some way. Something about hanging the clothes out on the line. Okay, don't leave the clothes in the basket, especially if you're in Australia with this warm weather. That's not a good idea. But on a spiritual level, looking at it symbolically, clothes is your identity, okay? How you appear to the rest of the world. So perhaps, you know, you've been cleaning up your act. You might have done a detox. You might have tried to improve yourself in some way, and that will continue this week. Looking at a tunnel, but it's square, and it's like a whole lot of boxes joined together. Boxes are compartments. They're different parts of your brain that you use. It's called compartmentalization. When you separate one thing from another, so you firmly separate work from home. It's not a bad thing or a good thing. However, compartmentalization in your thinking, a lot, you know, and I don't want to bag men here, but men are generally very good at this. So, you know, if they're having affairs or whatever, they keep that as a separate little box to what's going on in the rest of their life. And so if you're in a situation where you're with somebody, but you don't get to meet their family, you don't get to meet their friends, you can't go into their work, everything's got to have a little box around it, the time that you meet and all this kind of stuff, then you are restricting yourself in some way. Boxes are about restriction. Now what I'm seeing is all these little boxes joined up together. You can use them, however, to get out of a situation so that you can be more free. That's the ultimate goal, is to get yourself free. I'm seeing a pair of thongs. I think in New Zealand you call them flip-flops. I don't remember in the US what you call them. But in Australia they're thongs. You put them on your feet, okay? I'm not talking about the other type of thong because that would have a different meaning, okay? But it is about being free, like almost barefoot. And that brings vulnerability and sometimes it brings a sense of freedom, yeah, sure. But responsibility and vulnerability in short, you know, vulnerability is in high supply, responsibility is in short supply, okay? If you're wearing thongs, be careful. Yeah, practically, but be careful if you are vulnerable in any way. You have to take extra precautions. Okay, so that's it. I hope this is useful. Leave a comment or share on your socials. That would be fantastic. If you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Okay, wishing you a wonderful week, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.